hello and welcome to this interval of times edition of Some Would Say. With me, Psychedelic M.
And me, genital.
This week we have bullet points and stuff, so maybe we won't be so fucking scattered and
lame.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be though. We're outside, so if you hear nature, it's beautiful. Don't hate.
It is nice out.
All right, where do we want to start?
Google Plus.
Google Plus, why not? All right, so Google Plus, according to statistics and whatnot that I see on the internet these days.
Where do you get the
past few months? Different sites.
Did you just fart?
A little bit. Different sites gauge number of visitors, unique visitors per month, and engagement with their audience. Whatnot. Facebook's still in the lead, obviously. And this is global, but Google Plus has overtaken Twitter as the second most popular social networking site, which is hard to believe in America around here because nobody's fucking on it but me.
How many people are on Facebook? I mean, it's got to be like hundreds of millions, right?
Yeah, it's easily hundreds of millions. I would have to look up the numbers, and that would be a lot of dead space while I look up numbers, and so I'm not doing that. No, but anyway, Google Plus is awesome. Google Plus allows GIF images.
Not GIF. Is that what you're...
Jesus Christ, okay. Yeah.
All right.
It's graphic interchange format, so it's a hard G on graphic.
I never knew what
it should be.
GIF was spelled by.
It should be GIF, but the person who created it, the inventor, says it's GIF because choosy programmers choose GIF. Like fucking nonsense. And that drives... Because he says it's GIF because he fucking made it. But... It's goddamn it! It's a hard G. Like it's GIF.
It seems like GIF, the peanut butter people, might have a problem with him saying that.
I don't know, but anyway, Google Plus allows graphic interchange format files, which is awesome. Facebook still doesn't, I believe,
as opposed to JPEG and what else are they?
PNGs and stuff like that. You can post images to Facebook, but you can't post the animated.
A GIF and a JPEG.
A graphic interchange format file is animated. It moves, so you get you can take a clip of something and then it's movement. And so it's a lot of times it's really awesome. And so they allow that. So there's a lot of that on Google Plus, which is really cool. But anyway, I digress. I've made a concerted effort to not post to Facebook anymore because, on mobile it has become unusable. But the latest update to the beta testers, which I'm one of, seems to have maybe brought its functionality back as of today, where it won't stop hiding the fucking bullshit from me.
Yeah.
But I'm still not using it because fuck them. I still read everybody's posts and, interact with my family. But Facebook is lame because parents are on it, and the second parents are on it, it's lame. And that's no offense to parents. That's just how the world works. Things aren't cool when parents do them. It doesn't matter what it is. If your mom starts doing heroin's not cool anymore. It's not cool now, but if it was cool and your mom did it, not cool anymore. That's the way it goes.
My mom does do heroin.
Allegedly. I don't think she does.
Well, that's what the last judge said, but...
Anyway. Yesterday, I decided I finished a couple of the winter season animes, and I decided I was going to go on Google Plus and make a post about it, and I ended up making what is tantamount to a blog post about it. And I have an anime blog that's withering and dying because I never fucking post to it. It's a WordPress blog on my website. But I haven't posted to it in 2 years, so fat lot of good it's doing there. So after I posted it on...
taking up internet space, you selfish bitch.
After I posted it on Google Plus, I thought, wow... So, that anime blog is going to die because it's going to wither and die because I'm feeding its food to Google now instead, which is whatever. So I made a whole post about anime, and I think it was really enjoyable, Nobody reads it because nobody's on Google Plus, and, the friends I got, they're not actually on Google Plus and following me. But that's okay. I'm my own audience. I don't need anybody to read my stuff, and I'm going to continue posting it because fuck, I don't care.
It's your diary. It's your journal.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my journal. I miss my journal.
But anyway, that's Google Plus, and it's awesome. Everybody should use it. Go to google.com/+Matt Worland. That's me. maybe allegedly.
Do you still have to have like a code to sign up? I remember when it started out.
It's free for everyone now.
Oh.
It was 18 plus only. Not like it was adult content or anything, but it was 18 plus only when it started. But then they opened it up to everybody as well.
Well, who the fuck? See, I think an 18 plus social network would be something that I would prefer to be on because
There's no
I
way to
hate
police
fucking
it.
children.
Kids were still on it when it was 18 plus because nobody's checking IDs. All right. So you brought up the new Star Wars movies that Disney's gonna make. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm at the very least intrigued. I don't think we can ever have a Jar Jar Binks debacle again. I think that
Oh, you don't think, but
I don't know. I mean, Disney could come up with some really cool shit or some really fucked up shit.
It could go either way.
It's scary. It's
and
pretty
it's cool.
scary.
It's cool that was it rumored there. It's rumored or confirmed that the Harrison Ford's going to be in it, and
I thought that was just a rumor.
even if it's a rumor, that's an awesome
that
rumor.
like they were going to get a lot of people.
Yeah, they
I
were
mean,
bringing
Disney
back
could
a lot of
probably
the original
get a lot of
characters.
anybody they want.
You know what? I'll go see it.
Oh, I'll give them my money all day long.
Yes,
I give them my. I went to see the shitty movies again because they came out in 3D. Like, I mean, I'll do that anyway. Like, I'm gonna give my money to.
Let's be real though, wasn't impressive in 3D.
No, but you're still watching Star Wars and with other people that
I watched
appreciate Star Wars.
It didn't blow my mind, but I didn't expect it to. I went in knowing I don't see 3D movies because it's a fucking gimmick. I went in knowing it was going to be a gimmick and that it wasn't shot originally in 3D, so it was modified afterwards to be in 3D.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
No, it's horse shit. Total horse shit that I paid, extra money to see it 3D. But, I'm always going to get my money to Star Wars.
And going with low expectations, you'll never be disappointed.
Well, especially with Star Wars, because, I mean, they've been fucked. I mean, every which way, but...
Did you ever see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies back in the day?
Yeah, you kidding me?
They were awesome, except for, like, what, the third or fourth one, right? That was fucking weird.
I don't think they had a fourth one.
Okay, the third one was fucking dog
shit. So they had the one that they were in, like, Hong Kong or something like that,
that was the dog shit one. The first one was great. The second one, they had Vanilla Ice was on the second one, right? Go Ninja, go. That shit don't sue me.
Then really, I think the first one was just good then.
The first one was great. The second one I liked. I liked that pizza delivery character guy who knew the martial arts, but I was a kid, and it was exciting. It was awesome. The third one, they were like traveling through time or something. I don't even know.
Also, I remember looking at them thinking like, wow, they look real.
Right? They look awesome.
They look so good. I haven't watched any of the new TMNT or whatever that they call it now.
Yeah, I haven't watched the cartoon. None of that shit.
And my objection to it is their eyes. I think their eyes are like solid white now. And I really don't like it because one of the things that I love about the turtles is that they're like kind of human.
It may be more true to the comic book that way. Did you know that the little comic book trivia, I guess, not that I'm a comic book geek or anything, but
Just
I heard...
a regular geek.
I am a regular geek. I heard, and from very reliable sources, that the Daredevil character originates from the same ooze that the Ninja Turtles originated from. The ooze that gave the Ninja Turtles their powers gave Matt Murdock his powers in Daredevil. Not in the movie, obviously. They didn't do origin story. Well, they did origin story, but it was fucked up. I
saw Daredevil.
They fucked it. Oh,
it was Ben Affleck, wasn't it?
I loved it.
I'm not interested.
I watched the director's cut on DVD. I didn't see it in the theaters, but the director's cut was awesome, as director's cuts always are. I guess in the theater they cut it up real bad and tried to make it appeal to everyone.
Right.
I guess people complained about it in the theaters. I only watched the director's cut on DVD and I loved it, and that's an unpopular opinion. People think I'm crazy for loving Daredevil, but I think Ben Affleck can do no fucking wrong.
Well, yeah, you're insanely in love with Ben Affleck for some reason. I think it's
that strong jaw, baby.
I think it's your view askew, like love getting in the way of what the rest of us see.
Look, he's an Academy Award-winning actor.
You say that every time. Like
he's going to be an awesome Batman.
Oh my Christ!
Everybody shit on Heath Ledger being cast as the Joker, and he redefined the role. He is the standard by which the Joker will now be judged in the future. All future Jokers.
All future Jokers might as well just give up. I mean, unless they're bringing Jack back.
He killed it. So here's what I'm saying: Ben Affleck's going to kill the Batman role, and everybody's going to be eating crow, and it is what it is. And everybody's shitting on it before they even see it. Give me a fucking break. Don't make this another Heath Ledger thing where we're like, Heath Ledger, he was in that 10 Things I Hate About You movie. Was that what he was in? I don't even know. Didn't see it.
He was.
But he'll make a terrible Joker.
Yeah, but he was Knight's Tale. He was pretty good in
he
like
was awesome in Knight's Tale.
And I mean, what other shit was?
This is a movie corner.
I don't know.
But anyway, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or TMNT, whatever they're gonna call it, is
TMNT because everything is shortened now because people don't feel like writing, typing, or
my problem with it, or the reason I have low expectations before even seeing it, is it's a Michael Bay film. So it's going to be a Michael Bay film. Which means things are probably going to explode.
The fuck out of everything. And yeah, I mean, ninjas are pretty stealthy and don't really need explosions.
People say it's got potential.
Why does Michael Bay keep creeping his creepy ass into movies that don't need that shit?
I'll probably go see it. I'll have low expectations. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. It happens once in a while. Not often.
I don't know that I'll see it. I don't really...
But people getting excited about it need to remember it's a Michael Bay film, and he makes movies that will suck.
When would you say the new cartoon of it came out?
I don't know. I saw it. I Wikipedia'd it the other day, and 2012 maybe?
No.
Don't quote me, but I think it said 2012 was TMNT animated.
I'm thinking earlier.
You can be right. I don't know. Yeah.
But I'm wondering how old the kids that watch that are now. Maybe they're in their Michael Bay stage, as we all were at a 16, 17. You know, maybe they're around that age now where they're starting to want explosion, and which is sad.
It could be he makes millions of dollars on his movies, hundreds of millions, and it could be that he cracked the code, but they're not good movies. I mean, cinema in general is not good these days because it's marketed to the lowest common denominator. Michael Bay looks
cool. Like, I mean, they always look like they're gonna be cool, and
yeah. But
all you see is in the previews, and it always ends up being shit heap.
What else did we say?
I was gonna bitch about people bitching about weather.
Go for it.
Okay, so I think that I work at a job where I see customers, for about, I talk to them for 30 to 45 seconds at a time. And I understand small talk. You're going to often talk about the one thing that's relatable right now, and that is
I'm getting better at small talk, as an aside.
That's strange.
Yeah. I used to hate it and not be good at it, but
no, you weren't ever good at it.
Yeah, I'm not good at it now.
I don't think I think that you're just better at doing it. Not necessarily the content is better, because you are still Matt World psychedelic M, and you're creepy.
I am. But I'm actively creepy.
Well, I understand small talk. When I'm interacting with customers, I don't think it's necessary for every fucking person on my Facebook feed or Instagram or whatever it is to bitch about the weather.
It's a weird place for small talk or weather talk.
Facebook is not meant for small talk. Maybe Facebook means something to other people, but I don't use Facebook for that kind of shit.
Don't you know it's fucking important?
Clearly, it is to people. I don't understand it, and I don't understand it so much that I refuse to learn any more about Facebook than I already know, which is why I don't know how to block people or delete them
And it's not worth showing. I
don't care. I don't care enough.
Your disengagement with Facebook is totally good.
No, I think that more people should be like that.
Definitely.
My favorite quote on Facebook is, "I don't have a Facebook."
Yeah, that's your quote. Yeah.
That's another fart by Psychedelic M.
Sorry, I had bread.
Don't cut that. You had bread? Bread gives you gas.
It does these days.
By the way, it's looking. You've had a lot of bread.
Anyway,
I'm calling you fat. Cut those carbs.
Says the pot.
Right? Yeah, I'm not as big as you are right now.
That's true. Most women aren't.
Though. Oh, go fuck yourself. I have been, though.
So, the weather.
The weather. Yeah, I'm pretty much just sick of people, but like that kind of shit on Facebook. Like, people are bitching just to bitch, and I'm just,
I'm a little
So
sad
over it.
that at this point we're gonna go from like winter straight into summer because I really like spring, the nice cool weather, breezy days.
It hasn't been hot yet, though.
Oh,
We're
it's
gonna have
coming.
a couple of weeks of solid spring, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I assume that the mild seasons are gone now because we've killed our environment. That is exactly why I hate people bitching about the weather. Are you surprised?
It is our fault.
First of all, you live in Indiana. We have 4 different seasons, and we have them pretty much year round. You won't get snow in July, but it might creep its ass in May, like early May for a second.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
No, it isn't. It's the weather. It's not unfortunate. It happens every day.
I usually like the winter, but it's gone on too long.
No,
I can only be cold for so long.
When I was a kid, we had snow a lot, and people didn't complain about it. Like, and now we're finally getting some snow, and people are fucking bitching like crazy. That fart smells awful.
Can't possibly.
Yeah, no, it's finally crept its way over.
My bad.
God. Bread.
Anyway,
stay away. But yeah, that's it. I'm just pretty much.
You know anybody that gets the seasonal affective disorder? Isn't that hilarious?
I think everybody does. Like, I think that anybody living right now.
Is it hilarious that seasonal affective disorder makes you sad?
No. Oh yeah.
Seasonal affective disorder.
Right.
Who the fuck came up with that?
A genius. A fucking genius.
You know what? I'm real sad. You probably have seasonal affective disorder.
No, you're probably an American, and that's the qualifier.
Can't I just be gloomy?
If you're under 35, you are depressed.
I'm not. Generally.
You aren't a normal human, and we should actually talk about your sociopathic robotic tendencies, because it's something that I've accepted.
I'm kind of a Zen master, and that I don't
Zen isn't about not giving a shit.
I don't struggle with depression at all. I don't understand people that do, and I get that people do. I get it's a clinical thing.
That it actually happens.
That there's brain chemistry involved, but I don't get it.
Which is strange, since you were like adopted. You had, your parents are a little weird.
Bottom line is, people in the third world would kill to be you, regardless of how shitty you think life is.
Yeah, and then you feel even worse.
They would kill you to be in your position.
Oh man, like I shouldn't feel like this. Like people have it so much worse than me. But then
anytime I have a shitty day, I think.
Well, at least I'm not on at least I didn't take a Malaysian flight today.
Yeah. I haven't even really been following that, but I guess, they can't find it. Whatever.
Where is it?
Who cares?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a conspiracy, like everything.
Do you want to hear something totally boring that I want to talk about?
Yes.
When people mispronounce things.
Like GIF?
No, that's a whole thing, and I've already gone on that rant, but my problem isn't when people mispronounce things. It's that when they mispronounce it and then I say it back the right way, I ease it into a conversation so that I can say it back the correct way. And I
absolutely do that.
I'm clearly the one that my case in point is manga, Japanese comics. It's manga. In Japanese, the A is an ah. It's always an ah. It's manga. And I understand why people in America say manga. I get it. Manga looks like mango. You say mango, manga.
Right.
Okay, if you say manga, I don't get offended. And I won't outright correct you because that's rude. But, like, somebody says, oh, yeah, I haven't read the manga. And I say, oh, but the manga is really good. I really like manga. And then they say manga again, and I'm like, I just politely told you how to say manga, bitch.
Matt, don't you think that some people can't trust you, maybe?
But I say that I watch anime with subtitles. I hear Japanese. I know how the Japanese say it. I've heard them say it. The correct pronunciation is manga, and I understand why people would say manga. But if I say manga, go with it. I'm trying to help you not sound like you don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Well, because they don't know what they're talking about.
It is what it is.
I say it all day long. Well, I mean, in the drive-thru, when people say espresso or venti or when they say vente instead of venti.
When I go to coffee shops, I'll say, I want a large.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I want a small.
We repeat it back the way you're supposed to. I emphasize it.
I don't want a tall. I'd like a small. We don't have small. We have tall. And that's nice, but that's weird. Venti. What's that, like 20 ounce?
Venti.
Venti?
It's venti.
Whatever.
You piece of shit.
Italians,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, 20 ounce.
That's why it's venti, right?
Yes.
Venti is
You know why
like
the
20 or
tall
some
is
shit.
a tall?
Why?
Because they only used to have 2 sizes,
Who
short and tall.
Can you order short?
Yeah.
Oh my,
There's
I
a
should be
short.
ordering short.
It's 4 ounces if you want it.
That's
Actually, it's 8 ounces.
That's the opposite of excessive.
Oh yeah. So it's,
What else you got on the board?
we got
Back to you.
something that looks like Beagle, but I don't think so. Oh, Google.
Oh, okay. We did that.
Bitching about bitching.
All right, let me. I'll pop in selfies.
Malaysia. Selfies. Oh yes.
Selfies.
Let's have a time.
Cut that shit out. That's what I want to say about selfies. Selfies are a cry for attention. You need people to look at you. You want people to validate that you're not disgusting, but most people
look kind of
disgusting.
Bad. Yeah, like
stop doing that.
I don't know. I don't know why people feel like putting poor pictures of themselves on the internet. You know, if you want that validation, at least make it a good looking picture, a photo. I mean, if you have a question, if it's a bigger or if it's a bad picture, ask me. I'll let you know. Like, should you post this? Absolutely not. And 90% of the time, it's a no.
Yeah, definitely no.
Have you ever been through like women's phones?
No,
by chance.
I don't.
Aside from your wife, because she's not really like that. If you ever get into a photo album of just any girl, like any run-of-the-mill American girl right now, there are thousands of pictures of themselves and almost the exact same picture, like in a sequence of 15, because they have to take that many. Do you know who started the selfie?
Was it you?
It was Megan Philhauer. She used to get fucking like she had a fucking 35 millimeter camera that she would take rolls and rolls and rolls of pictures.
You know who really started the selfie? Artists who painted self-portraits.
Yeah, but even then, at least, Jesus Christ, you put a little work into it. Like,
speaking of Jesus Christ,
oh God,
here's something fun that I read in the news that may or may not be true, and I could not verify.
Jesus was a sham?
No, Saudi Arabia has recently, according to the news, which may or may not be true. I fully expect it to not be true, but it could be true. Saudi Arabia has now declared that all atheists are terrorists under their law. So if you're an atheist in Saudi Arabia, you're considered a terrorist.
Well, I better cancel my spring vacation.
Something about free thinking about religion or something. I don't even know. But
freedom. Something about freedom.
It's pretty funny. And atheists are terrorists.
Turkey just blocked. Turkey just blocked Instagram, I think.
Well, they're still blocking Twitter. I think they unblocked YouTube, but now they're still blocking Twitter in Turkey. Which is fine. That whole area of the world sucks. I don't care. You know, people can get mad.
Get out of here.
For saying that, but the whole, I don't know why we don't just pull out of everything over there and let them kill each other.
They have a lot of food, like good food though. Turkish food is the shit.
Yeah. Meh.
There's recipes though. That's that and like the Mediterranean hookah style. I could really do without.
You know what else drives me bonkers? When people refer to themselves as nerds.
I wrote that down. Nerds/geeks, because I knew that you would want to talk about that. Okay.
Geek is fine.
Okay,
for me.
well, hold on. Because you have a very strong opinion about the definition of what a real nerd is and why people with thick-rimmed glasses think they're nerds. Because they fucking, I don't know, read a book. They read like a book or something. And call
or they play video games and now they're nerds. Or they
right, nerds is a specific sect of humanoid, right? That means like you are an intellectual. Like when I think of nerd, I think of like
nerd entered the dictionary circa 1982-ish That's the earliest dictionary I could find with a nerd in it. And it's a foolish or ineffectual person. Not somebody you want to be around. Not a socially inept, comma, foolish, comma, ineffectual person is a nerd. Nerd rhymes with turd. It's a derogatory term. I believe the etymology goes back to it rhymes with turd, so you'd call someone a nerd because it rhymes with turd, and it's a socially inept or ineffectual person. Google today defines it as somebody with knowledge in a specific area, but also continues with the second definition of socially inept or ineffectual person. I personally like the foolish definition. So people who think it's chic to be a nerd, you're like basically calling yourself dog shit and really enjoying that. And it's it's like that Princess Bride where he's like, you keep saying that, but I don't think you know what that means. However he says it. I'm misquoting him, but you get the gist. He's like, you keep saying that word, but I do not think you know what it means.
I was closer. Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on in the world. People, oh, I'm such a nerd. Now, a geek, I'd consider myself a geek.
You don't consider yourself a nerd?
No.
Really?
Others may consider me a nerd.
I consider you quite ineffectual and foolish.
You're probably very correct. And so in that respect, you could consider me a nerd, but I wouldn't consider myself a nerd.
Oh, I see. Then okay. All right.
On the other hand, I do consider myself an asshole. That's the thing.
You're a fucking prick.
I am.
Yeah, just a troll.
I'm a master troll. I'm really good at it. This game I play, people in the chat will say, I'm so bored. And I always say, man, it's too bad there's not a game behind this chat. That you could be fucking playing the game instead of chatting your fucking mind away. You got no trophies and you're not developing your fortress. Oh, God.
Were you ever into chat rooms when we were younger?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
The early days of the internet,
oh, man.
Be in a chat room all day long.
Oh.
Watching people try to pick up people. Great.
Oh, God. We did.
Many pedophiles.
Were you in like a chat room that you were like a regular in? I remember mine.
I don't think so.
Oh, man. Let's talk about it.
I think I just opened up any Yahoo chat and...
Oh, see, I was on AOL chat. This was
try to make friends when I was a little kid and didn't have any real
right,
friends.
No real friends.
I
so,
want internet
AOL
friends.
3.0.
I'll never know you in real life.
8th
That's
grade,
Facebook today.
I think. Me, Jamie Bach, and Tim Ennis went into this chat room like every night. It's called Spin the Bottle.
Oh, bye.
And it was on the AIM. Oh, yeah. And we were all, faking an age and whatever.
Oh, of course,
but
yeah.
we all held up, and we all had... Jamie had a boyfriend, I had a boyfriend, Tim had a girlfriend, what we think was a girlfriend.
Online?
Mm-hmm.
Online boyfriends and girlfriends.
I actually, yeah, online.
Those are
got
always
in
old
trouble because my online boyfriend sent me mail.
Oh, of course.
My mom was like, I know you're on the internet, like, chatting with some boy. Well, it turns out, like, we connected much later, like 10 years ago, probably. And this was, like, 14 or 15 years ago.
Wow.
Doing this. Yeah. So we both were lying about our age.
Oh, of course.
So we're actually the same age.
Oh,
we both tacked on
he's 65.
2 ages and he's like really ridiculously hot. Like I couldn't believe it.
One of the old rules of the internet was all women on the internet are men and all children on the internet are FBI agents. That's the rule of the internet.
Well, don't be a retard.
Nowadays, there are women on the internet, but in the early days, in the chat room, if somebody said they were a girl, it was really a guy.
Oh.
And if they said they were a young girl, it was an FBI agent. That's you could always assume that, and you would be right most of the time, probably. Probably keep you out of a lot of trouble, too.
Yeah.
If it exists, there is porn of it. That's rule number 34.
You should write these down.
They're written down already.
Oh, we should go through them sometime.
I got a copy of it on my wall at work.
So chat rooms today, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Grindr.
Bring it on. What is Grindr?
All right. Grindr is this social networking, dating, whatever app. Spelled Grindr. It's for gays.
Oh.
And of course, you can tell it's for gays because it's spelled weird and that's how they do shit.
How's it spelled again? I wasn't.
Grindr.
Okay, yeah.
It is...
missing an E.
So it's pretty much for... Right, it's missing an E. Because vowels aren't really that important. So you can search. Well, you don't even have to search. You open up the app immediately, and there's like 100 pictures of men that are online and near you. So
Oh, okay. I think I may have heard about this.
You pick up and fuck like in 20 minutes. I mean, it's
I heard it's
faster
awesome for
than
gays.
Domino's.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
heard of
it's
this
great.
actually.
It's fantastic. I mean, loads of men hooking up for it. Now the lesbian one is not very fun, but I do.
Is it a different
very few
section
lesbians
of Grindr, or is it a
No,
different
it's
thing?
called Crusher. QURSHR. I think something like that.
Oh,
There might not even be a U. I think it's
actually
QRUSHR.
making my brain hurt.
Don't think about it; it'll hurt worse. So, I mean, I have a grinder. I mean, if you want to start trolling, that's the best way to do it.
Seems dangerous.
No, it seems awesome. I mean, they could show up, but because it kind of shows like it says they're in like 2.7 miles proximity. Yeah. Hey,
Meet me in the parking lot.
Hey. Can I knock on the back door?
Yeah, the back.
Will you open it up for me?
Knocking on the back door. Should I let her in?
Coming in through the rear. That's my favorite. Anyway, just looking at Grindr is a lot of fun sometimes. The other thing that I look at for funsies is the misconnections, which you've read a few of.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
They're always good. Always, never disappointing. I haven't checked out the rants and raves section of Craigslist, but I think that would piss me off.
There was a YouTube channel where they did a lot of real actors read misconnections.
Oh, I think I saw. Maybe you showed it too.
It was pretty solid. Yeah, you showed me that misconnections thing, and that was that's pretty funny. I mean, how often do you think that? I mean, you would have to go on there, and people would have to actively be looking to see if they missed a connection with somebody. Like,
oh yeah, and I mean
I wonder if somebody. I was at Starbucks today. I wonder if somebody saw me and thought, "Man, I'd like to hit that."
I'm not kidding. That's exactly what's on there.
I looked into your eyes.
If there is a listener named Elizabeth Ann Owens Dunn, I'm getting real sick of somebody searching for you on the misconnections. So can you respond to this person? It's on the misconnections, Indiana area, Elizabeth Ann Owens Dunn. Please respond to this person.
Put a fork in it.
It's fucking annoying. He posts every fucking day. I'm sick of reading it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, God. Just get over it. She's not going to read it. She does not know about the misconnections.
I think I flew through my bullet points too quickly.
Circumcision.
Oh, yes. Circumcision. So I'm going to have a child soon. And
scarily.
I'm not too terrified about it.
No, I mean, the rest of us are.
Okay, yeah. That's understandable. We've got a girl vibe. We'll find out the gender at the end of the month. We feel it's a girl. I'm hoping for a girl because if it's a boy, I'm going to have to cross the circumcision bridge. And, I never ever gave it really a lot of thought until I saw something on the internet where apparently there's an argument over whether circumcision, you should do it or not. And I thought, what?
It's a pretty big, valid argument.
And then they said, the thing that gets me is the very valid argument that it's not tantamount. It is child mutilation.
Yeah, it's genital mutilation.
It's genital mutilation. It is. Doctors will still say that it's more hygienic, but I'm saying you could just peel it back and wash correctly, and you won't have any problems. There's plenty of dudes who aren't cut, and they seem to still have their penises attached and haven't had to get them cut off from weird infections. But it's like, I guess it's like, and it's much more severe than getting your baby girl's ears pierced. Circumcision.
I'm kind of against that too, but
I'm against it as well. But my thing is circumcision. If you don't do it, you can always do it later. You can't undo it.
Right. Well, actually, you can if you delved a little bit further.
I get somebody else's foreskin put on it?
No, it's not transplantation foreskin. It's shaft stretching.
See, I'm not.
Which is awful. I mean, and it takes a while.
I'm not upset that my parents made the decision for me. I'm totally fine with it, and I'm not scarred or mentally, angry about it or anything. But the argument against it is valid.
Well, I don't even. Do you know where circumcision comes from? I mean, besides the Jews, like. I
No,
mean,
not besides the Jews. I know it comes from the Jews, but
well, I have a fun story.
let's hear it.
My ex.
Better be fun or else.
Well, it is fun because you know him,
Okay.
and so you can talk shit to him now. My ex had an adult circumcision.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, they made the choice as kids, or his parents made the choice not to have him circumcised.
Okay.
And when he was 16,
it's obviously a lot easier to do it as a baby when you don't remember it.
Right. Well, at 16, he was like he couldn't masturbate. Like it hurt really bad. It was super tight around his head, and he had to get it removed. Like it wasn't anything that he really cared about, but it was painful. Like really, really painful. I mean, can you imagine on your dick like just any pain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's awful. Well, he had it done. He has a really bad scar now. He's like really self-conscious about it, but I mean, it's not. I mean, his dick didn't look that bad or anything, like really at all. Like, I mean, you can see the scar, but his dad had to have one for the same reason too. So, like, it's crazy. The one thing
both
is
ways,
like,
it's hard to
how
make
do you
that
know
decision.
what the kid would want?
Exactly.
Like, what if the kid wants that little foreskin?
Like if
do you have the right to do that? I mean, that is someone's body. Like, I am full blown. It's your body. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it's like hermaphrodites. What is it? 1 in 100,000, something like that, are born with ambiguous genitalia, is what they say now. And most of the time, the parents or the doctor will make the decision as to which gender it's going to be. It's very fucked up because when the child grows up, many times they don't identify as that gender, and for good reason, because they had both at one time. They maybe have different hormones running through their system, but now they've got a weird-looking penis and no vagina, and they're like, I don't feel like a guy. Or they've got no penis and a vagina, but a weird-looking vagina at that, I guess, because it's ambiguous. But, and they're like, I feel like a dude. And so then you've got that whole thing. Whereas if you just leave it alone, the child can... I don't know, because, maybe the children make fun of them in the locker room or whatever, but that's going away because you don't even shower together anymore in school, I guess.
Oh, you don't?
I guess. I mean, I remember I had to take showers in gym class.
I don't even remember getting
nowadays,
made fun
they're
of
like,
in
they
the
don't make you
locker
do that.
room, though. And I was not good looking at
I
all.
have it on good authority that they're not made to do that anymore. They're not made to shower after gym. Which
I mean,
is probably a good idea.
Teasing is terrible.
I don't see why we ever
I'm
let
not
adults
necessarily like
supervise
one of those
naked children.
anti-bully.
Seems like a bad idea.
It does. I'm not really like an anti-bully or whatever. Like some of the reason that I have some humor and some creativity to me or right now is because people did not care for me as a kid. I developed a personality because I got bullied. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to say, like, if I'm, anti-bullying or whatnot.
That brings up the whole bullying thing. I am pro-bullying.
Well, I'm not, I'm not anti-bullying. I would say, like, you can't be a dick and you should be punished for being a dick. But, like, most of it, aside from the kids that commit suicide, I think there's something else there.
Definitely something else.
Yeah, like that... it's not the bully's fault necessarily. It's a contributing factor, but like I don't think anybody else's choice to take their own life is somebody else's fault necessarily.
Right.
But not that the person committing suicide could have prevented it or didn't think that that person was the reason for the suicide. Character.
You know me. You can imagine I got bullied a bit as a child.
No.
I went home to my dad and I said, "Yeah, I know." I said, "This kid, he keeps picking on me. What should I do? I don't." It's really aggravating. I'm sure I used childish words and not aggravating, but my dad said, "You know what?" He said, "Tell him, say, give him a warning. Say, better stop it. If you don't stop it, I'm gonna hit you." Just great fatherly advice. So I told the kid, I said, "You cut it out, man, or I'm gonna hit you. That's all there is to it. You keep calling me names or whatever, it's fine, but I'm gonna retaliate, and I'm gonna knock it up a notch on the retaliation. You know? It's not word for word here, buddy. And he kept doing it, so I beat the shit out of him. And I kept going to the principal's office because he never learned his lesson, and I kept beating the shit out of him. So maybe I'm the bully.
Well, I wonder where that kid is now.
Yeah, I don't care.
What's he doing?
Maybe I should look him up, but I don't really care.
Facebook.
Yeah, see, it's not. I don't hold any ill will because I handled my shit.
Well, also
even later in elementary school, people gave me shit. I kicked their ass. They don't fuck with you after you fight back.
I see. Like I didn't really ever fight back. Like I just
thought
thought for some reason I let those things affect me. Like back in the day. Now I don't. I don't really give a shit anymore if somebody likes me because I'm not fucking changing, and there's nothing fucking wrong with me. But back then, I did think that there was. I did think that there was stuff wrong with me, and that I wasn't right, and did take some influence from my peers. But I think if my parents had helped me a little bit more with that, or maybe if I had told them, like it would have been better.
To talk to your parents.
I didn't. Well, my parents are bullies.
Listen up, kids.
My parents are both dicks. The heroin addict, especially.
Heroin addict.
I'm just kidding, Mom.
It's not really a heroin addict.
She's not a junkie anymore. She's been sober 15 years. What? I'm just kidding.
So, yay bullying. Cyberbullying. Why is that even a thing?
I don't get it.
Just block. Just block. Right? Yeah. How hard can it be? Bullies or trolls?
I wonder how many times you've been blocked.
I hope a lot. I would imagine a whole lot because here's the thing about trolls. And as one, I can tell you the only way to stop a troll is to not feed it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You gotta stop feeding trolls, everyone. Yeah. We troll you to get the reaction. When you give it, we don't stop because now we're living rent-free in your head. If you just fucking ignore us, we go away, man. It's no fun talking shit to somebody who won't respond.
Right.
It's not fun at all.
No, it isn't.
So
I do real life trolling though. Like I try my hardest to creep people out and make them feel awkward as much as possible, and talk shit to them. But I don't do it in the computer. But I don't really use the computer.
You don't.
So maybe if I did,
you might be a Luddite.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not gonna explain it.
Is that like a Mennonite?
No.
What's
not nearly as bad.
Please. Please, what's a Luddite?
Somebody that
oh God,
either hates technology or just doesn't get it. Really doesn't use it. My adoptive father, he still uses a typewriter. Refuses to use a computer.
I would prefer to use the typewriter.
I was like,
but I don't have one.
He bought a typewriter, and I was like,
if anyone out there has a typewriter they're willing to give away to a genital for free, send it my way. Send us an email.
Follow us on Twitter at SomeWouldSayPod.
Password is...
Don't do that. I don't want to cut. I only want to cut the stuff about other stuff.
You don't want to cut cis circumcision.
Cis. I gotta look up how the cis term originated because
cisgender.
Cisgender.
How is that spelled?
CIS, apparently.
Well, let's try and figure this out. We're both not completely retarded.
I don't think we can.
CIS. Where the fuck does that even come from?
We could ask some non-cisgendered people why it's called cis, and they probably wouldn't know either. It's such a fad. I don't even know.
Oh man, we could really delve into it though,
because
I kind of don't even really believe in gender borders. I think that everybody is a little bit of everything. I mean, I consider myself semi-androgynous. You wear nail polish.
You have a penis.
It's because I wish I had a penis.
They are great.
I know. It's so bad.
Be who you want to be, but good God, do we have to hear about it all the time? It's like
you don't have to listen to a person. If someone is talking about that all the time, they're a dull person. You don't just don't listen to them.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, those are fucking retards. They don't have anything better to talk about. They don't have bullet points.
That's right. That, they ran out of shit to talk about. Well, probably like 30 minutes in, I don't even know. That's not helpful.
Are we even recording?
Yeah, we're recording. 46 minutes in.
All right.
Ish. Minus whatever I have to cut. Bippity boppity.
Yeah, I don't really understand gender borders. I just don't really care. Like, I think now that it's 2014, it's pretty okay to be what you want to be.
Yeah.
Like,
if
it's
you want to,
getting better.
if you're a girl and want to dress as a dude, go for it. If you're a guy and want to dress as a girl, go for it.
Or if you want to paint your nails,
how do you feel about
and let your friend genital put makeup on you?
How do you?
That is 100% okay. And if you can rock that, especially
for shiz.
Let me let you know, ladies, Psychedelic M looks pretty fucking sexy in some eyeliner.
Yeah.
Just ask Shawana.
Cutie. How do you feel about, I guess in maybe California or somewhere, they're talking about in high schools, boys who identify as girls want to use the girls' restroom. And they're saying it's discriminatory if you don't let them. And I guess the other way as well, girls who identify as boys, self-identify or whatever as boys want to use the boys' restroom.
I think the clear solution to that is,
what's that?
Unisex bathrooms, no urinals anymore.
I think I think that maybe it would be nice to have a boys' room and a girls' room, and then a unisex room where you could go if you want. I don't understand why you would need to. What's it matter?
I think three bathrooms is a little much. I
look,
think that
it's a fucking restroom. What's it matter what's on the door? Why do you care which one you're going in?
No, if the women's is full, I'm definitely going to the men's. That's all.
That's a different thing.
I always do that. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't think other people should.
If you got a penis, use the boys' room. If you got a vagina, use the girls' room. And if you don't like that, go outside and piss in the woods.
If you have it in between,
I mean.
No, just no boys or girls bathroom. It shouldn't be fucking separate. What is this? Let's all just 1960.
Let's all just wear catheters and not use the restroom.
I prefer my catheter usage to stay in the bedroom.
I don't know if I want to live in a world where people give a fuck which room they go into
to urinate and defecate.
Which room they have to go into, like. Well, society says I have to go into this room, but that's wrong. Who gives a fuck? Just go to the restroom.
You gotta pee.
You gotta eliminate your waste, man.
You gotta pee.
Just.
It's called the endocrine system.
It's
like to it.
It's like, it's not that big a deal, man. You probably don't spend 1% of your day in the restroom. Maybe 2% tops, right? I mean,
depends on what you.
How much you gotta pee, and shower.
If you get me a Little Caesars pepperoni pizza, I'm going to be in there for 25%
of the day.
Pepperoni Little Caesars.
You're going to sleep 8 hours ish.
Tell it doesn't matter.
You got 16 other hours in the day. You're going to spend
pepperoni Little Caesars. You sleep on the toilet.
6 hours in the damn toilet. That's insane.
I only eat cheese there now.
I don't think their pepperoni ever tore me up.
Oh, God, it does something strange. Something strange. I'm getting, like, PTSD from it.
PTSD. That's a thing.
That's a thing. Try to tell me I had it a couple times. I'm sure I do. I've had a few traumatic things happen to me, but I don't really think about them all the time or anything. I mean, I didn't get blown up, my fucking arm blown off in Iraq for a fake war.
You can always self-medicate with alcohol.
I'll stick with marijuana. I'll stick with more. I'll stick with other alternatives.
So when the baby comes, I'm sure I'm not going to get a lot of sleep. So I thought I might go to the doctor and see how amenable he is to hooking me up with a prescription to Provigil, or more likely a generic form that costs way less.
What is Provigil?
That my insurance might cover. Well, see, Provigil, I believe it's Modafinil, chemically, or that's what the drug is, but Provigil's the brand name, so don't sue me. I don't care. Whatever. This is free. You can have the $0 we make from it. Provigil treats quote unquote narcolepsy because what Provigil does, it's like this super drug for your brain. Like you take it, and it makes your brain work. It makes it work like you've gotten enough sleep.
Like you have a real brain?
Yeah. So, but the FDA doesn't let you make drugs that don't treat a symptom or a disorder or something like that, you know? So Provigil treats narcolepsy. So if you fall asleep a lot, you take Provigil and it keeps you up. And it's not speed. It's not like meth or anything. It just provides the chemicals to your brain that make your brain work.
So it's a vitamin?
No,
it sounds like a vitamin.
It's a chemical drug, and apparently, you don't want to overuse it, obviously, but if you don't get enough sleep and you're super tired, your brain's not functioning correctly because it didn't get enough sleep. But if you take Provigil, or Modafinil, hopefully there's a generic, but if you take something like that, you can function normally instead of like a fucking zombie who didn't get enough goddamn sleep.
Okay, who the fuck, though, does not use coffee? Or Mountain Dew?
Caffeine doesn't affect all people the same way.
You're like one of the 4 in the world that doesn't.
Well, okay, but caffeine doesn't give me a buzz, and it doesn't wake me up. It actually somewhat slows me down, depending on how much I drink.
But you're ADHD.
Yeah, which means it brings me down to normal
like
levels. It makes me a normal person instead of the zippy crazy motherfucker I might be. But I'm just saying, if the doctor's, if he wants to be cool, he can help me with this baby thing because I'm gonna be up with the baby, and I still gotta work. So I'd like something that makes me able to function on
just in case
2 to 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
because it's important to rear the child.
It is important. Foreskin or no foreskin?
Foreskin or no foreskin. I really just hope it's a girl.
Then we'll ship her off to Africa to see what they think about genital mutilation.
Oh my god. The crazy things that happen in this world.
Oh man, so many things going on in Africa right now.
What's going on in Africa? I don't even know.
Fucking, they're trying to kill all the gays, pretty much.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's not a solution.
No.
Yeah,
well, not literally kill, but
like
they are
quarantine
making
them or
like
something.
sodomy like a punishable by death type of thing. So I guess that is trying to kill them.
The definition of sodomy is interesting.
Oh, let's hear it.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't want to do too much not talking, but oh my.
For those of you who don't know, sodomy to me, without the real definition, means penetrating one's beehole with some hopefully phallic instrument. I mean, you don't want like a rectangle going in there. Stick with the circle.
According to Google, sodomy is sexual intercourse involving anal or oral copulation.
Oh.
So it goes either way. Yeah, origin is late Latin, peccatum sodomicum, whatever. Nobody speaks. Sin of Sodom.
Right.
Sodomia, sodomy. From medieval Latin, sodomia. From late Latin, bibbidi blobbidi. Sin of Sodom, after Genesis 19:5, which implies that the men of Sodom practice homosexual rape. So, yeah. Wikipedia says sodomy is generally anal sex, oral sex, or sexual activity between a person and a non-human animal, bestiality, but may also include any non-procreative sexual activity. So sodomy actually has a very broad definition.
Yeah.
But most of us do consider it anal sex.
Right. Ass play.
Right. Well, anal penetration.
Is there any other kind of anal?
I mean, I guess you could not penetrate.
Not in my life.
But yeah, I found that very interesting when I learned that sodomy is defined in such a way, because I always imagined that sodomy is sodomy, but apparently it's oral, anal, animal. I guess it's anything that's not a procreative sex, which is most sex. I would think most sex is probably non-procreative. because most people ain't trying to get pregnant every time they have sex.
Yeah, thank you, Catholics, for that. Like, you don't
welcome.
believe in birth control, but you'll sure family fucking plan the shit out of something, won't you?
Yeah.
That's birth control. Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
That's birth control.
Yeah. The family planning thing was hilarious. We did that when we were going through the pre-Cana and whatnot to get married. Family planning so goofy. Like, you're gonna fucking chart menstrual cycles and know when it's safe to have sex without the possibility of pregnancy, so you don't wear a condom or take birth control.
Even though this is birth control.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is just.
I was like, this is
birth control.
This is goofy. They talk about the mucus and the thick. I'm like, this is gross.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Get a dog. Get a fucking dog.
But for a lot of women, birth control helps alleviate
their crazy bitch ass selves.
Insane menstrual cycles.
Oh yeah.
That have a lot of pain involved and such. If you take birth control, it makes you regular, and life doesn't suck so bad.
And also, you don't get knocked up.
Yeah, added benefit.
Yeah, pretty big benefit.
When taken correctly, I think,
Yes.
I think
when taken correctly, it's 99.1% effective or something like that. Same as condoms, pretty much.
Man, gotta allow for idiots, though.
What?
Gotta allow for idiots who don't do it correctly.
Thank God will allow for idiots, yes. He sure will.
I said you gotta.
What?
I said you gotta.
Oh, I thought you said God will allow for idiots.
Goddamn terrorist. I'm gonna send you over to Saudi. We've lost her.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh, I love that you just called me a terrorist so much. I don't know why. That just tickles me.
It's bringing it back.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Oh no, I love a circular joke more than David Letterman does.
That's a proper joke.
Comedy gold.
Anatomy, as it were. It's a good.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
A side note: Tim and Eric, not funny.
No, never will be. And that's all we need to say about them.
Tom Goes to the Mayor, not funny.
Whatever the hell that is.
I don't have cable anymore, so I don't watch Adult Swim.
I haven't really paid attention to Adult Swim in years.
It got lame a long time ago when they started showing live action stuff, because it's on Cartoon Network, and a lot of Cartoon Network now is no longer cartoons, so they're gonna need to go ahead and change that name
to Network.
Yeah, I think they go by CN now, but we all know,
Well, MTV hasn't played music since.
Yeah, Game Show Network used to be game shows. Now I don't know what the fuck is on it. Probably not even Game Show Network anymore.
Game shows.
It's annoying when there's a channel.
Oh, the worst though. The worst. Actually, there's two. I'm protesting both of them.
Go for it.
TLC. Do you know what that stands for?
Oh my god, the Learning Channel.
The Learning Channel. The fucking Learning Channel.
Armpit of the cable television industry.
Also,
so much wrong with TLC.
Number 2, the History Channel. And they try and get by with it saying, history made every day.
Oh my.
Go fuck yourselves. I don't need to know about guns on the fucking History Channel. Sorry. Yeah. No, I started really protesting them when they were talking about they had this like mini series that was like 6 episodes long or something like, it was like How We Got Here. Or something, and it was, Columbus or whatever the fuck.
Jesus.
Coming on over. Didn't mention one thing about raping and pillaging all of our Indians and giving them smallpox.
I know,
but they
great?
Sure did say they were willing to help us out during the fucking war. Was that the Revolution?
Christopher Columbus, dude. Rapist. Pillager. I mean...
Liar. Liar. Huge liar.
Huge liar. He killed. What did he kill? Most of his men. I mean, half of his men when he went over and wanted to come back, and it's just.
His first lie was, "I'll be right back."
That's we need to get rid of Columbus Day and maybe do Patriot Day. September 11th. Let's
fuck's sake.
Let's put that one in because I still want the 10 days off a year, but I could do with not Columbus Day, but let's put something else on there. Patriot Day's fine. Why not? We'll remember September 11th for the next 50 years, and then we'll change it to something else. We'll go on to some
when
other
the next
thing.
really horrible thing happens. It is about 50 years. That was Pearl Harbor was the most major, right? The last one that everybody talked. Do you know where you were?
JFK assassination. Do you know where you were? Everybody, you know.
I made the mistake
People
when
in
I
their
was like
60s,
13
70s,
asking
they know
my
where they
mom
were.
where she was when Pearl Harbor happened, and she got
Is she
shitty.
alive?
No. I was like in middle school. She just about
Where
straight
were you?
fucking slapped me across the
I
face.
don't know where do babies come from?
Hey mom, you're old as fuck. You gotta be 100 years old, right?
Yeah, about that.
Anything we didn't get to?
Might be time to wrap it up.
Grindr, circumcision. I don't know what that says. We covered rape.
Which I have to cut out.
Yep. Sorry, you guys don't get to hear that.
It was riveting.
That's what she said.
It was Rosie the Riveter.
Now, if that's not a dildo name, I don't know what is.
You know, it ought to be. I'm sure it is.
It's ribbed for her pleasure. Or his.
Ribbed.
Or its, as we found out. Sodomy.
Sodomy.
Covers a lot of areas.
It covers a lot. It's kind of a broad blanket term.
It is.
I think whoever's defining things needs to be held accountable because...
Well, I think that we as a people should be held accountable and start using it correctly.
Who's getting to define these things?
I think that you and I should.
Excuse me. Coming out both ends.
Oh, that one smells like bread.
No, it doesn't.
No, I can't smell it. Thank Christ. Thank fake Christ.
My departure from Facebook was precipitated by I posted something on Facebook asking serious question. I wanted to take a Facebook poll and find out what kind of jelly do you put on your peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Because
I wish I would have answered that because I don't use jelly.
Yeah, my mom said she doesn't use jelly either, but she didn't post it on Facebook. But that's okay. No thanks. I got like maybe 7 responses.
Is that it?
And so
I wonder how many people hide their feed from you.
I thought, man, this is pointless. But anyway, I thought, I always imagined grape was the actual jelly and peanut butter and jelly, but a lot of people use strawberry, and then some people commented blackberry, and then
I'm surprised nobody was like, it's jam.
you want to go ahead and end it?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think we're out of stuff to talk about.
Well,
It's gone on for long enough.
thanks for listening this week. One of the weeks that we
Interval of
get
time
together. We appreciate you.
If you view time as non-linear, then this is happening quite often.
Yeah. Too bad we're in this shitty-ass dimension.
For now.
But
this has been, some would say. Goodbye.